As Roran proceeded about his work throughout the rest of the day, he felt Carvajal's emptiness deep inside. Book 2, Eldest. Chapter 23, His Enemy's Face. Welcome to Aragon and Back Again, a podcast where we explore Christopher Paolini's inheritance cycle, chapter by chapter. I'm Darien Smartt.
And I'm Lucy Hart.
And oh my god, does everything go wrong?
Everything goes wrong.
Oh man.
I do like this chapter.
It's such a good chapter.
It's the first time we see the Razak.
Yes, it's a big deal.
Yes.
But before we get into any of that, Lucy.
Yes.
Do you have a spark of inspiration?
Yes, actually. It's kind of funny. My spark of inspiration is gonna be this book.
Really? Please, yeah.
It was like, I've been super stressed the last couple weeks.
You're allowed to say
I've just been my anxiety's just been really bad the last couple weeks, and haven't really been in the creative mood or anything. Peeking behind the curtain a little bit. It's been a while since we've recorded, but just like being back in this world and also starting with Rowan has made me go, I want to write again.
Yay!
So I'm hoping I can maybe get carry that spark of inspiration either when I get home or sometime soon, so I can write again.
That's so good.
Yeah, because I was listening to this and I'm like, I can do this.
You can do this.
I can do this.
You can totally do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was very inspiring. So
that's so good.
Yeah.
My spark of inspiration is I know I already talked about K-pop Demon Hunters. I want to specifically talk about the song Your Idol.
Ooh, yes.
Because there is something about that song that just activates the I want to make a thing.
Yeah.
I want to write. I want to get back into my characters. Like, I want to something. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when I'm like, it's time to write, I throw on like a lo-fi vibes playlist that just is, and just let it play as background sound in the space. But the other night, or like I think last week, honestly, I just threw on Spotify and played Your Idol on a loop and just let it play over and over and over again while I wrote a whole chapter.
I love that.
It's like, dang, I'm like thinking about like Dalton, whose room is on the other side of my wall, and I'm like, I hope this isn't driving him insane. Like I've lived with people who just played one song over the speakers on a loop. And that is horrible after a while.
Yeah.
So I just hope he's got headphones in and isn't listening to this, because this is a terrible audio experience for anyone else except for me, who just something about this song just activates the part of my brain that wants to like, I'm gonna make a thing. All I want to do is make a thing.
Yep.
So yeah, I wrote a whole chapter. It was great.
I love that.
Thank you. All right. Shall we get into it?
Yes, let's get into it.
Summary for this chapter that I wrote is a little different than I have in the past. His enemy's face. Things go bad for Roran. We're just going to talk about all of it.
Yep.
The purpose of the chapter summaries is so if we don't talk about a specific thing, like it kind of just means that we mentioned that. We don't feel obligated to have to talk about everything that happens in the chapter in order beat for beat.
Yeah.
We cover the whole events, and then we're going to talk about the things that we find most interesting to dissect.
Yeah.
I think this chapter is just going to be us talking about what happens.
Yeah, literally.
Largely beat for beat, because every element is I gotta dissect. Like, we gotta dissect this. We gotta talk about this. Like, oh man, it's crazy.
Yes.
So,
I love it. Starts with Rowan going back to Horse House, and he finds Elaine and Katrina sitting.
And he's so scared to go in.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I love his thought. Why does this frighten me as much as fighting?
Yeah.
Like, ooh, yep, that would do it. But I love Elaine and his talk.
Yes, it's so important.
It's really important. And it's I love Elaine is like, I need you to understand the position that Katrina finds herself in now.
Yeah.
It's
what
very
she
good.
has done for you.
Yes.
And it's so, because you get there and Katrina is fine.
Yep.
She's doing better. She's like processed the thing that happened to her emotionally. She's back on the level.
Yep.
Right? She just said like, it was a terrible shock when father, and she can't say it yet. So she's not like over it.
Yeah. But she's
Elaine has been kind. She's gonna stay in Baldur's room tonight. Like, yeah. She's good.
She's
and
good.
I like that. I also like that she's not like, not to say that if someone was still having a negative emotional response to the situation would be bad, but I like that we're like, this isn't a thing we need to dwell on. Like how Katrina's doing, she's like, I'm gonna soldier on.
Yes.
And then she's like, hey, it's bedtime. I'm gonna go lie down. It's been a long ass day. She's probably exhausted.
So exhausted.
And that I love Elaine being like, hey man, if you turn out to be shady, I will call an assembly and have you exiled within a week.
Yep. And I like how she's like, I am going to do this.
I will do that.
I will
Not
do
we.
this.
I
will do this.
Personally,
Yep.
you aren't planning on legitimately doing. I hope you meant every promise you gave that girl, because if you don't, I'll call an assembly and have you exiled within a week.
Yep.
Like she is not
She's not fucking around. Nope.
He's like, of course, I love her. He's like, listen, no. You need to understand what she just did for you, right? Like you're in the exact same position you were yesterday, and now Katrina has nothing.
Yes.
Because that's the way this world works.
Yep.
Like she has no right to property. Like she has no right to ownership.
Yep.
Like if Elaine wasn't letting her stay there, she would have nowhere place to stay.
Yes.
Because Roran has nothing right now.
Has nothing.
He can't actually give her anything right now to take care of her, to promise, which is the thing Roran is like, we've talked about it. This is the thing he's like really deeply troubled by, the fact that that's why he wasn't so upfront with Sloane as he should have been, because he knows he's not in a position to actually offer her the things he wants to be able to offer his wife.
Yep.
But yeah, I love him being like, hey, you've always been honorable, but one's loins can turn even the most sensible person into a prancing booby or a sly, wicked fox. Are you one? For Katrina requires neither a fool, a trickster, nor even love. What she requires above all else is a man who will provide for her. If you abandon her, she will be the meanest person in Carvajal, forced to live off her friends, our first and only beggar. By blood in my veins, I won't let that happen.
Yep. And I like what she says here, where Roran, he's like, I would have to be heartless or worse to do that.
Yeah.
And Elaine goes, don't forget that you intend to marry a woman who has lost both her dowry and her mother's inheritance. Do you understand what it means for Katrina to lose her inheritance? And I like that she says inheritance and not dowry.
No.
She's like this because it's she has no silvers, no linens, no lace, nor any of the things needed for a well-run home. Such items are all we own, passed from mother to daughter since the day we first settled in Allegasia. They determine our worth. A woman without her inheritance is like, and I like how Rowan gets it, because he says it's like a man without a farm or a trade. And it's like, yes, that's pretty much on the same level.
Like, because I appreciate that Paulini has made a conscious decision to present Allegasia, especially like Carvajal, in this like medieval European fantasy thing, in that, which is like, yes, that's often a default for the setting, but in that it's not just women stay home and raise children and men work and have trades, as like, yes, that's just the way it was. And the fact that he is addressing this here means that he thought about this. Like he made an intentional choice that my world is going to be like that, and I'm going to explore what that means for the women in. Like I think rightfully so, make fun of the Lord of the Rings similarities and the other similarities. But the thing about Lord of the Rings is that how many women have names? How many women do things, right? And it's like, well, the story is about something in particular, even though Tolkien would deny it for the rest of his goddamn life, that no, this book isn't about something specifically that happened to me and my friends. Never, I would never do that. It's like, okay, trauma. Okay, we didn't have therapy back then. So it's not, I this is not me being like, I want to criticize Lord of the Rings for not having more attention placed on the role of women in its world and how they function in a regular society. That's not what the book is about. What Roran's chapters are doing here are demonstrating what Allegasia is meant to be without a dictator king. Everything that is happening to Carvajal now is because of Galbatorix. Right? And so this is meant to demonstrate that like the world is bigger than our party going on a grand magical adventure to slay the king. Like, the evil king is destroying the lives of people who pose no threat to him because he is corrupt. And so this intentional choice to acknowledge that like he says, like, women don't have a farm or a trade. If she's a farmer's wife, Katrina's going to be working on the farm. She's going to be doing those things too. But she can't just do that now.
Yeah.
She couldn't just go start a farm. She couldn't go get a job. She couldn't go learn blacksmithing. Like, in this world, that is not a thing women are permitted to do. And that is not a great thing. I'm not going to act like it's okay. But the fact that Paulini has made an intentional choice to acknowledge that, like, the only, like, what Elaine says here, such items are all we own. The only thing women have in terms of property are the inheritance passed down from their mother.
Yes.
And also the book is called Inheritance.
Yes.
And so I think, and it's been mentioned in passing here or there, but it's mentioned, I think it's so interesting that the first time Paulini really wants to interrogate the idea of a lost inheritance is with Katrina.
Yes.
Is with Katrina and deciding she is going to commit to the man she loves, and she has chosen him for herself.
Yes.
Sloane, as she mentioned earlier, had other suitors he wanted her to pursue.
Yes.
She picked Roran, and this is her committing to him, and in doing so, she has lost the only physical property she had any form of entitlement to. And I think that's so interesting. And I like the idea that women, but also we see that, like, at least in Carvajal, this culture of this is something women are entitled to. Like, it doesn't become your husband's. It doesn't become your son's.
Yes,
it is yours to give to your daughter.
Yep.
And so my one qualm is that I think it's kind of fucked up that we're not going to go after Sloane for denying her. Fine, she doesn't have a dowry. That is a thing that is a gift to the father. Or a gift from the father is the dowry, right? To make sure his daughter is being set up well. I think, I get there's a lot going on, but if we're going to threaten to have a cancel and exile Roran, I think we could also talk about how we should go after Sloane for the inheritance. He feels like you are not allowed to take that from Katrina.
Yeah.
Her mother has already passed. It's already Katrina's.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I'm a little bit like, I feel like
we could go after
I know
Sloane
there's other
for
things
this.
going on, but if we're going to threaten Roran, if he's not going to commit and be a good guy, if he's not going to put a ring on it, then we need to talk about how also, when everything is cool, we will absolutely go after Sloane. Because all she says was, it was cruel of Sloane to deny Katrina her inheritance, but that can't be helped now. Yeah. And that has me a little bit like,
it's like, I think
why not? We have established that this is a thing that mothers pass on to their daughters. Katrina's mother is no longer here. It feel like it's technically already hers by her birthright.
Yes.
Sloane can't take that from her.
Yep.
And maybe if there weren't the Razak breathing down their neck.
Yeah.
If there wasn't everything terrible. Maybe if this instance still played out where it wasn't about the spine and it was just, hey, I want to marry her. No. And Katrina says, like, I'm going to marry Roran. And he gets mad and denies it. Then everyone's like, you can't just take her mother's inheritance from her.
Yeah.
Like, maybe in a different time.
Yeah, where danger isn't so looming.
Or maybe Elaine is like, maybe I will deal with that later. But right now I'm talking to Roran and I don't want him to think he's going to have any easy way out of this. Like, you right now, both you and she have no money or resources. Life is difficult enough without added hardship. You'll be starting from nothing with nothing. Does the prospect frighten you or seem unbearable? So I ask you once again, and don't lie or the two of you will regret it for the rest of your lives. Will you care for her without grudge or resentment? Yes. And then she pours some cider and they sit down for a drink. Then I suggest you devote yourself to replacing Katrina's home and inheritance so that she and any daughters you may have can stand without shame among the wives of Carvajal.
And then Roran brings up an important thing. If we live that long. And then she goes, like, yeah.
But that's what, like, the women are doing. Like, Elaine is being like, there will be tomorrow. You are going to get her linens, her linens, her silks, her silvers. You're going to get her
her stuff.
Katrina's like, I will marry you. Like, the women are the ones holding hope, which is what Roran thought in the last chapter when he saw the mothers.
Yes.
And he's like, maybe we do still have hope. Like, it is the women of Carvajal who are holding on to hope that they are gonna survive this. And I also think that's deeply important. I really like that, yeah. And I like she also is like, okay, hey man, why didn't you? Like, I know you don't have anything right now. And I like what she talks about, like, when Horst asked my father, he gave our family 12 sheep, a sow, and 8 pairs of wrought iron candlesticks before he even knew if my parents would agree. And I'm like, all at once or overtime?
Yeah.
Or did he just keep showing up with presents? Or did he roll up all at once? That's how it should have been done. Surely you could have thought of a better strategy than striking your father-in-law to be.
Which is, I'm like, you should have done it. Get him, Rowan.
And she's like, well, there was never a right time with all the attacks. The Razak haven't attacked for almost 6 days now.
And Rowan's like, oh, well, you see, you're scared, Rowan.
You're scared. You didn't want him to say no.
Yep.
And that's also great because I hadn't realized it had been 6 days.
Yeah.
And that really cements that, hey, Roran.
Dude, you did have time.
You actually super had time. Like, it's been almost a week. You did have time to go talk to Sloane.
What are you doing in that week, dude?
I mean, I get you had a lot of other things to do.
Yeah.
But, like, no, you had time.
You had time, dude. You had time.
No. But then the next part of the conversation is she's like, okay, you're going to go to his house and beg for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
He's like, I'm not going to do that. And I like her argument because it holds a lot of weight. It's worth a month. It's worth a month of begging to have peace in your family, which is what he is now.
Yeah.
I know from experience, strife does not but make you miserable. And Rowan's being stubborn. He'll have nothing to do with me. He hates the spine. And Elaine says, even if he spurns your apology, at least you can't be blamed for not making the effort. If you love Katrina, then swallow your pride and do what's right for her. Don't make her suffer for your mistakes.
I think that's so good.
Yes.
Because, yeah, this is Roran gone to Sloane earlier and been like, I want to marry Katrina. And he'd done that and had somehow gotten Sloane's permission. Well, I think we can kind of agree that Sloane was not going to be cool about this and it was going to be like a whole thing. But let's say hypothetically, turns out Sloane was chill about it.
Yeah.
Now, Roran has like a lot of like prestige in the town. He's Roran's stronghammer. Like, we're working together. We're going to fight. Like, maybe he goes to Sloane and says, like, I want permission to marry Katrina. I don't have anything now, but one day I will. And Sloane says, okay, yeah. Because I believe you're going to protect my daughter. And that's... And then we get to who's going to go to the spine. Sloane no longer has the ability to tell Katrina no.
Yep.
She's engaged.
Yep.
Her husband, like Roran said, when he's like, stop Sloane from attacking. He's like, you have no right to come between me and my daughter.
I have every right.
That's my future wife. And so if that had already been established, Sloane couldn't have thrown a fit about it.
Yes.
Because Katrina technically wouldn't belong to him anymore, which is gross.
It's gross.
But that is the way the like hierarchy of authority goes. And so then we don't have this blow up in the middle of town where Sloane is publicly embarrassed in front of everybody. And that is why he makes that like, you'll get no dowry and you're not going to get your mom. Like he reacts so viscerally because of everything all at once. And he's embarrassed in front of town. And then Katrina is forced to pick. Yes. Right? Like
in front of everybody.
In front of everybody. And it is like Katrina is in this is the worst case scenario.
Yes, and again, it really is.
We probably Sloane would not have just been chill about it from the jump, but at least if it had been a thing that Roran had brought up beforehand, it wouldn't have been able to escalate like it did.
Yep.
And that's what Elaine points out. You had 6 goddamn days to get on this before. No wonder Katrina's like, okay, when I come back, you better have told my dad, right? It's been 6 days.
Yep, it's true.
And so he's like, you need to swallow your pride and do what's right. And I like that swallowing your pride thing because it's not like putting your needs before making it's literally it's just a pride thing. Go apologize. You did fuck up.
Yeah,
like you did, Roran. You didn't do this the way it should have been done. Like you do need to apologize to him. And as she says, Sloane probably won't accept the apology. He's probably going to be a dick about it forever. But at least that's actually going to be smoother in town because if it's well known that like
you tried,
Roran tried to make amends and Sloane just refused to ever accept. And he denied Katrina what is her right. Like it's harder, but Katrina likely will be less resentful over time or frustrated if she knows Roran tried everything.
Yes. And it also demonstrates to the town that like it puts people on his side rather than Sloane's because they're like, look, he's trying and Sloane is just not.
It's like, you're right. You shouldn't have gotten engaged to her without it. But also, like, we were all being attacked. The Razak ate a guy. Like, that was it was crazy times. Yeah. Right. And Roran is right. That's the thing. So Roran and Katrina definitely have sex, right?
I don't know. That it's so vague that it's like they could, but also no. Because I was just thinking
they're
about
also very clearly not naked when the Razak show
Yeah,
up.
and that's what I'm saying. Because it almost does because she tries to cover herself. She screams and tries to cover herself, but then she is dragged out of the house. And later we find out thrown onto the back of a Razak mountain, flown away. And I can't imagine her being naked through all of that.
No, that
so
would
she
be
wasn't
brutal.
naked. Yeah.
This is already upsetting, but like that adds a layer of like horrificness that I think I would find too deeply distasteful.
Yes. So it's like I don't think she's naked. I do not think she's naked.
No. And then Roran never has to talk about like he's not hanging dong or anything. Like
No.
he's not when he's fighting the Razak and pulling the hood
Yeah,
down. His penis isn't out.
No, he's not naked either.
So
because then like he runs into Horst and the brothers and nobody comments that he's naked.
Yeah.
Or...
And I guess like, well, they could have hooked up and then got their clothes back on. I'm Ace. I don't have any desire to get any more details about like how that works, but based on movies, that doesn't typically seem to be the thing you do if you're just going to stay in bed, unless it's cold.
I think it's like, are they engaged or married at this point?
They're just engaged. They're not married.
So that could be a thing. I don't know if Roran would go that far if they weren't married, just like based on this world and Roran's like,
no, you're right.
Thing. And then it's also like, I feel also just considering the chapter before, the weight of it, she just might need like,
you're right.
physical, intimate comfort in just like sleeping with her fiance. Yes. Yeah. So it could be just that. And like her knee-jerk reaction of covering herself as she's in her night clothes. Yes. So
also,
she's like, don't
look.
look.
Just grabbing anything.
Yeah, just,
to,
shield yourself. Put something between you and the enemy.
Yeah.
I think
you're right. Because it's like also, we don't know how much alone time they've had in the past.
Yes.
So this probably is, I bet they made out for a little while.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But like,
there was probably some kissing, for sure.
And yeah, I think you're right. I think they're engaged.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't want to be alone.
Yep.
Rowan's right there.
She's like, I'm just gonna go.
I'm gonna go sleep in the same bed as my fiance.
I'm gonna go non-sexually sleep with my fiance.
Yeah. Not as a euphemism,
yes,
just as a legit.
I want to go sleep with him.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Anyway, so then the fucking
Razak
6 soldiers and both the Razak
and that's
burst
like
into the room.
And that's like wild because considering they haven't attacked in 6 days, how do they know that Roran is in this room?
Yeah,
in this house.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, that's like, as readers, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's roar. What was it? A thunderclap tore Roran from sleep. The same for us. We're like, what is happening?
It's like, there's like, so much like feelings and emotions. And like, the way it's described, a dark form slipped inside, the door closed, and Roran felt a curtain of hair brushed along his face with lips like rose petals. He sighed. Katrina.
Yep. And then boom!
Boom! Wow. You know what? And I'm glad that Paolini didn't break this up into 2 chapters.
Yes.
Because it feels like the
he
thing he would have
done
before.
In the first book, he would have.
But he doesn't do it here.
I was literally thinking about that when I was listening to the end of this chapter this morning, where I was like, I'm so glad he didn't break this into 2.
No, it makes way more sense as one. Yeah, so
Katrina also kicks ass.
Yeah, a sword.
I love her so much.
Like a sword presses against Roran's like they're still in bed.
Yes.
Beside him, Katrina screamed and pulled the blankets up around her.
Yep.
The Razak pulled them up. As a soldier approached Roran with a rope, Katrina screamed again and jumped on the men, biting and clawing furiously. She is fucking. I love that. She's not just, again, like, Paolini has made an intentional choice with the way he depicts his women.
Yes.
Like, the women characters in these books have layers. They have, like, Katrina she worries about her role in her society. She wants to be a wife. She wants to be a woman of good standing in her village. Like, she wants these very, like, traditional, like, feminine things of this world. And that is not meant to be interpreted as weakness.
Yes.
Like, and in this moment, when she is in danger and the man she loves is in danger, she doesn't have a fucking weapon.
Oh, yeah.
She screams again and attacks him with her literal
bare hands.
Bare hands.
And teeth.
Yeah.
And what's great, what I like about this is they're holding weapons. They're holding a sword. And she does not hesitate to throw herself at them to protect Roran.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that so much.
And then Roran's able to get free. He can grab his hammer. And he also just starts like
going for it because I like that Katrina's in danger and he is invincible.
Yes.
And just wrecks shit. And I'm like, they're both, I love that they are both fighting to protect the other. And I love that.
It's very good.
It's very good.
2 men were wounded and 3 fell to rise no more.
Yep.
You hear Horst and his sons running. Then the Razak grab Katrina
Assholes.
and run.
Yep.
Oh no. And
Oh, yeah, no.
Roran goes after them. They straight up said, like, yeah, you're the one yes, you are the one we want.
Yep.
It's like, oh my god, why?
Creepy!
So
Creepy.
Yeah, we know this is exactly what Roran was afraid of.
Yep.
This is why he wanted her to go to the spine.
Yes.
This is why he made such a scene in the village and was willing to like make this like public scene, throw all the truth out there, like create this like bad blood with Sloane.
Yep.
Because this is
his worst nightmare.
That scenario that he was afraid of.
He was trying to avoid
this,
as you said, this exact scenario. By like that's why he didn't want to claim her or Katrina. He didn't want to like at the very beginning. He's like, we're in so much danger now. They're after me. We can't really do shit. Like I'm scared for you because they'll use you against.
Yeah, it's not just like I want you out of harm's
yes.
way. Like Horst would probably want Elaine out of harm's way, but he's not going to ask her to leave.
Yes.
Elaine is in no more danger than Horst is than anyone else is in the village.
Yes.
Roran is the one they want, and they've established that.
Yep.
Katrina is in more danger than the other women of Carvajal.
Yes.
And he wasn't being unreasonable. Like he was right.
This is the word. What do they say in Taz? This is the nightmare scenario.
Magnus, this is the nightmare scenario. So they jump out a window.
Yes.
Okay. Then Roran one jumps out the window with Katrina. Roran's got the other, pulls down his hood. May I do a reading?
Yes. Go ahead.
A hideous, tortured face screamed at him. The skin was shiny black, like a beetle carapace. The head was bald. Each lidless eye was the size of his fist and gleamed like a polished orb of hematite. No iris or pupil existed. In place of a nose, mouth, and chin, a thick beak hooked into a sharp point that clacked over a barbed purple tongue.
Gross.
What? Bad bird. Is a bad bird.
It's a bad bird.
It's a bad, scary bird.
I was gonna Google this and I forgot. I'm like, how do you know what a hematite is, Ron?
That's the other thing. We have another example of like, I don't know what a hematite is, and I have an above average interest in gemstones.
Yeah.
I'm not a gemstone girly by any means. Black gemstone. Yeah.
Black, but gray, like, shiny. But I'm like, how do you know?
How do you know what a hematite is?
I'm like, would that have come like?
Are they very common in the? I guess
I was like, if they're common in the valley and he comes across them in his fields.
I guess that's what we have to decide.
Yeah.
Here's a couple things. One, we have to just. Well, I was gonna say Roran is well read, but we know he's not because if Aragon couldn't read, there's no way Roran could. Yeah. Garo was not teaching his sons how to read.
That was him.
Squeaky boy, yeah.
Because this is raw of the versions, not polished.
There's also the jeweler that rolls to town.
That rolls to town.
Yeah. But like, why would he ask? What is this called? So I think what we have to conclude is that hematite is just very common in the area in Palancar Valley because it's not onyx, which feels like just a more common.
I feel like onyx might have been a little more.
Maybe we wouldn't even think twice about onyx. But like, hematite's very specific, and I think we just have to conclude that it's very common in Carvajal because otherwise, or like Palancar Valley, because otherwise, like, how does Roran know about it?
Yep. Because then because they just look like rocks without being polished.
Yeah.
So it assumed that he knows what polished hematite looks like. Hematite, whatever.
This is a new thing. Everyone in Carvajal is sporting hematite. Like this is the go-to.
This is the new
like valuable gem
canon
of hematite. Like the women who have like any woman who's got like jewelry, it's perhaps going to be hematite. Like this is what we get to. This is the headcanon based on Roran.
How do you know that word, Roran?
Yeah.
How do you know what that is, Roran?
Yeah, but we come with that a lot.
Yeah.
And it feels like we come up with it more than Aragon. And is it just because Aragon is like has more exposure to the world and is so interested in things that makes sense? Whereas Roran just feels like, what is this word choice?
Yeah.
But okay, here's the other thing though.
Yeah.
I think we forgot our headcanon of who is telling the story.
Oh yes.
And
that's true.
It's Brom.
Yeah.
Brom would absolutely describe it as polished hematite.
Oh, for sure he would.
We need to remember that the story is being told to us by Brom beyond the grave.
Yep.
And until I get any other like contrary, that is what I'm doing. So horrible. Great time to reveal that.
Gross. Yeah. And I like how Roran yelled and jammed his heels against the sides of the window frame, struggling to free himself from the monstrosity. And I'm like, I would too, bud.
Yeah, but they're still trying to drag him out.
Yep.
when the others show up and someone's gonna get a spear, the Razak decides, okay, well, you know what? And he lunges forwards with blinding speed, and Roran howled as he felt the Razak's beak close in on his right shoulder, snipping through the front of the muscle. His wrist cracked at the same time. With a malicious cackle, the Razak released him and fell backwards into the night.
Yep.
The drama.
The drama. Just like, bite. And that makes me think, I'm like, oh, because I can't remember anything, but I'm like, he snipped through the muscle.
Oh, that tendon is fucking broke. He talks about later how like he can't even move his arm. And it's not like because of the, I mean, could be causing a shock. He's like, it hurt when that happened, but he's not describing the pain of it.
Yeah.
And so it just says like he's got his left hand, but his, what is the word? Yep. He pushed himself upright on his left arm. His right hung useless. I think he can't even move.
And I'm like, ooh, yeah, that makes me alarmed. I'm like, oh no, you need that arm, my bud, as like a fighter currently and also as a farmer. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, Albrecht and Baldur have killed the other dudes.
Yep.
The other soldiers. Elaine shows up and she's like, we gotta get you to Gertrude.
Yep.
You will pass out if the bleeding isn't stopped. But he tells her, we have to rescue Katrina.
Yep.
And Hort's like, he's right, it can't wait. And Elaine doesn't argue. She's like, oh shit, you're right, it can't wait.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't know they have Katrina. She thinks that maybe they're just like, we gotta go after them because they attacked the house and tried to kidnap me. And she's like, dude, that's bad, but you can't. Oh no, they have Katrina? You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
And they go. They find out that the reason the Razak were able to get in is because the guard in the area, one of the sentry, was killed, stabbed from behind.
Yeah. And I think it was I was really thinking about this because I think as a kid reading this, I don't think I clocked that because like later, I don't think I clocked that Sloane is the one that killed Bird. Even though I think I missed
it too.
Because I was like, he stabbed from behind. Oh, the soldiers snuck up to him and got, I think like, but like reading it, I'm like, he is inside. He was not walking outside of the perimeter.
No,
he was walking
looking
inside.
Out.
Somebody stabbed him from the inside of Carvajal.
Mm-hmm.
Sloane murdered one of his neighbors.
Yeah.
To let in the Razak and the soldiers.
He murdered one of his neighbors to go out there and talk to them. That's probably how we got out there first.
Yes, he went out, got them, got the Razak to come in. And to get Katrina and Roran.
Well, because I don't know if he wanted them to take Katrina. I think he just said, I can tell you where Roran is at. He didn't know Katrina was going to be in the room.
Yeah. I know that when later we see, we can talk about that later on, but when we see Roran and Katrina, it's implied that Katrina might be still fighting in that, like, she doesn't want to be captured.
Yeah.
But he's walking free. But he's not throwing a fit that she is tied up. He only throws a fit when she's tossed onto the thing.
Yeah.
So we can.
That is true. It's hard. I'm interpreting it like it just seems crazy that he'd be like, yeah, you can go kidnap my daughter. Like,
I'm kind of wondering. He's like, I can give you Roran and the whole village if you save Katrina. And
yeah,
he's
get
like,
Katrina
get Katrina out, and you can kill everyone. I don't care.
Yeah,
because that could be a thing.
But he fucked up and didn't think that. Oh, Roran really cares about them. If they don't succeed in getting Roran here, then like one, they're gonna keep her until they can get Roran.
Yeah.
And two, if they succeeded in getting Roran there, then we're just gonna kill Katrina.
Yep, for sure.
Sloane's a moron. He's such a fool.
Yeah, he doesn't really.
That's why I think he was never going to be reasonable.
No,
like even if everything in life had gone totally smooth and Roran had gotten to work and got home and inherited his farm.
Yes, and did everything.
And I bet Sloane just doesn't like the family.
Yep.
Like, when was this ever going to be smooth?
Yep.
So, especially if someone who's willing to do this, there's a lot has happened. But, like, Roran would never have done this.
Yes, no.
And they hear arguing between the Razak and the soldiers, who just demonstrate that they are garbage people. They're not just like men who work for the Empire and are just doing like this is the job they've been ordered to do. Like they talk about how like they don't want to work the Razak anymore. They want a human commander. They're done working with because they've seen what the Razak are and they're like, nope. I don't care if Galbatorix himself licks your boots. We won't do a thing until we have a new commander, one who's human. Really? Demanded the Razak softly. We've had enough taking orders from hunchbacks like you with all your clicking and teapot whistling. Makes us sick. I don't know what you did with Sardson, but if you stay another night, we'll put steel in you and find out if you bleed like us. You can leave the girl, though. She'll be... And the Razak attacks him.
Yep,
and just kills this guy.
Instantly. Well, not instantly, but kills him.
That's the line about, you can leave the girl. It's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, oh, fuck you. Yeah,
yeah. You're not just like, hey, we're at the breaking point. We're done.
Yeah.
We're just dudes. We're doing a job.
We're just doing a job. No, you're actually garbage
you are
people.
also garbage also and deserve.
Yep. And I also think, like, I was trying to think, I'm like, would we have ever met Sardson? Like, what happened? And I'm like, I think we actually did when they did the attack and the soldier that retreated and the Razak grabbed and, like, broke his neck and, like, carried him off back into the mist. I think that's who that was.
That's exactly. Yeah.
And I was like,
ate him.
Yep, for sure.
Yep.
So it's interesting.
And then the soldiers suddenly not interested in fighting anymore, and we get a new scary creature.
Yeah, we do.
Do you want to read the description of it?
I can read the description. Or do you want to? My voice is still kind of...
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
This massive winged creatures. Massive winged creatures.
Yep.
So the Razak
that have, like, a stench.
Yes.
It's gross. Sorry, please
no,
continue.
No, you're good. So they say, yes, we will go. Stay if you wish. Reinforcements are only days away. So, oh no, reinforcements are coming. Fuck. These shadows appear. They fly down. Their bodies were naked and hairless, like newborn mice, with leathery gray skin pulled tight across their corded chests and bellies. In form, they resembled starved dogs, except that their hind legs bulged with enough muscle to crush a boulder. A narrow crest extended from the back of each of their attenuated heads, opposite a long, straight ebony beak made for spearing prey, and cold, bulbous eyes, identical to the Razak's. From the shoulders and back sprang huge wings that made the air moan under their weight.
I like that description because we've had a lot of descriptions of Saphira flying.
Yeah.
And I don't think the air has ever moaned under her weight. Yeah.
That's so evocative to like that these creatures, their very presence pains the environment.
Yes, it's wild.
It's so
I also think there's an enemy in Twilight Princess I think of whenever I see these guys show up.
Oh, yeah.
With the beak face instead of the weird face.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of what I think of a little bit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Razak has some sort of crazy scary mount. But also he mentions that a terrible alien intelligence emitted from the creatures, bespeaking a race far older and more powerful than humans.
I love that, but it's awful. Sorry.
No. Roran was suddenly afraid that his mission might fail. Like, that is the impact. This isn't just they summoned a horse, but it's a scary horse.
Yeah.
This is bad.
This is something else. Yeah.
This is something else. And this is when he sees, like, they're dragging Katrina. She's still bound with ropes.
Yep.
Or they're, like, carrying her still.
Yeah.
And leading Sloane, the butcher walked freely.
Yep.
And I love Roran's initial response because he's, like, such a virtuous person.
Yes.
That his initial thing is, like, Roran stared, unable to comprehend how Sloane had been captured. His house isn't anywhere near Horst's. Then it struck him. He betrayed us. He killed Bird, and he betrayed us. Tears of rage streamed down his face. And Horst has to be like, we can't attack. We can't win.
Yeah,
like,
especially with those things.
Die. Like, maybe we can take the soldiers. Like, maybe we can jump the Razak and get but those things?
Yeah, whatever those are, absolutely not.
And so, we say, like, Sloane, you're right. When they toss her onto the creature, that's when Sloane seemed upset and frightened now. He began arguing with the Razak, shaking his head and pointing at the ground. Finally, the Razak struck him across the mouth, knocking him unconscious.
Yep.
Mounting the second beast, with the butcher slung over its shoulder, the largest Razak declared, "We will return once it's safe again. We will return once it is safe again. Kill the boy, and your lives are forfeit." No words or emotion left to Roran. He was utterly destroyed. All that remained was to kill the soldiers. He stood and raised his hammer in preparation to charge, but as he stepped forward, his head throbbed in unison with his wounded shoulder. The ground vanished in a burst of light, and he toppled into oblivion.
Yep.
I've seen that in fucking anime.
Yeah.
The burst, you see, like, the split frame of, like, the character's face in shock as they're experiencing it, and the close-up on the wound. And
Yep.
Classic.
Absolutely.
Bad. But it's also, like, the only pain Roran experienced was in the moment of the Razak's beak striking him.
Yeah.
He does not describe... That hurts. His arm doesn't move. His right arm can't move.
Yep.
He does not describe his body being in pain again.
Yeah.
Even here it's a throbbing.
Yes.
As he is probably lost. What did Elaine say? You're going to pass out from blood loss.
Yep.
He has passed out from blood loss.
Yep, for sure.
Oh my, and that's the chapter end.
Yep.
That's the split cut. Next chapter, we're back with Aragon.
And he's having such a good time.
Aragon's having such a good time. Aragon and Roran are having different days.
Yes, they really are.
For the last 6 days, they've been having different days.
Yep. But I think, like, I also like that where our Sloane is apparently being like, no, you can't take her. Bring her back. And they're like, we're going to take you too.
Fine. Which is like, fast. When they hit him, I thought, oh shit, is he dead? No.
Nope.
Not dead yet. And I was like, oh, crazy.
They're just like, we'll bring you with us.
I love the name of the chapter of his enemy's face.
Yeah.
And you think when he pulls the hood down off the Rozek and we see the Rozek's face for the first time,
yep,
that's it. It's not.
It's not.
His enemy's face is Sloane.
It's Sloane. I like
both. It
yes,
is both, but I think
Sloane is more impactful.
Yeah, like the revelation of what the Rozek looks like happens about like halfway through that second half. So like a quarter.
Yeah.
Because like the first half of the chapter is what we get in the second half after the Rozek attack. The Rozek's face is revealed, and it's so big and it's so dramatic.
Yes.
But I think we as the readers are meant to be as surprised as Roran is when he sees Sloane, because the name of the chapter, it feels like has already been revealed.
Yes.
But it hasn't.
Yep.
And that's very cool.
Yep.
This may be my favorite chapter title to date because I think that is so smart.
Yep. I think it's very good.
Oh, hey, what I have a writing takeaway.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, don't feel like you need to split up a chapter just because the vibe shifts.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Absolutely.
Because I think it's still like we're still gonna read them back to back the same. Like
for
if these were 2 chapters, we still would have read them the same. But like this big pivot happening within the same chapter feels more mechanically impactful than if there was a beat of the chapter end and then this happens. It just feels like things happen so fast.
Yes.
Just from Roran's perspective, things just changed so fast.
Yep, I agree.
So, chapter breaks should be as thoughtful as anything else.
Yes. Yep. I like that.
What should be our quest?
The quest.
Send them on a quest.
Do we want to ask, like, maybe what was a betrayal that impacted you the most? Because Sloane's betrayal with them, like, what was the one that either made you go what the hell or characters go what the hell?
Yeah, a good backstab, a good fictional betrayal is, you know what? Okay, first thing that comes to mind, when Zuko sides with Azula at the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender Book 2.
Yep.
Like, that's just, it hurts so
because you think for a moment and then he doesn't.
You're like, you've been waiting for this for the whole time, because from the moment where we met Zuko, he's an antagonist, but you know he's not a bad dude.
Nope.
Like, when Aang gave himself up in the first episode and said, don't, like, leave this village in peace, Zuko does. He didn't walk away and say, okay, kill them all. He does.
And it's like, there's other people that we see in the Fire Nation that wouldn't have done that.
Yeah. He saves his crew in the storm, even when those dudes were, like, being dicks.
Yep.
Like, Zuko is not a bad person.
Nope,
he's a
not.
Hurt and misguided 16-year-old.
Yes.
And it is so... that's why when I, like, think people... This is, like, you know... redemption arcs. They want their favorite villain to get a redemption arc because they like the idea of the villain being friends with their heroes.
Yeah.
It's like not every character gets to be Zuko.
Yeah.
Because Zuko was never a bad person.
Yep.
And sometimes villains are bad people. Even when Zuko was doing bad things, he at his core was not a bad person.
Yes.
Even if your favorite villain has, like, once upon a time they were a good person.
Yep.
But if they're actively been doing, like, I feel like in order to set up a redemption arc, it can't be a thing you decide to do later in order for it to work.
Yes.
But that moment of when he betrays Uncle Iroh.
Yes.
That's what the hit is.
Yeah.
That's what hurts so bad.
Yep.
Iroh, who's been with him the
whole time, believes in him.
Like, came with him. Iroh wasn't exiled from the Fire Nation.
Nope.
Iroh chose to go with Zuko because he knew Zuko needed someone.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to let his nephew... Because if Zuko went at this alone, he would have come back just as he would have turned into a bad person.
Yeah, he would have.
Iroh has been fighting the whole time. He's been supporting Zuko. He's been helping Zuko.
Yep.
Because he is trying to keep his nephew from losing his goodness.
Yep. And he also, I feel like he, out of literally anyone, was the only person that saw that it was unjust.
Yes.
He didn't deserve what happened to him.
Yes, he was a child. This is crazy.
Yes.
Anyway, welcome to our Avatar The Last Airbender podcast. Welcome to Avatar and Back again. But yeah, Avatar and Back again. Which also works. Because they always come back.
They do.
They come back again. Yeah, I'm very excited for the new series.
Yes.
They're just gonna do some crazy stuff, and I'm jazzed for it. But yeah, that's the first betrayal that comes to mind. Is Zuko siding with Azula.
Yep.
At the end of Earth, because also it sets it up so much better, because it's like it makes Zuko. Hi, welcome to our Avatar podcast. Zuko committing to, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm going to leave the Fire Nation. I'm going to help the Avatar.
Yeah.
When he is in the comfort of the Empire,
in the
when
middle
he's
of
been
it.
given everything he wanted.
He was seated at his father's right hand.
Yep. He's back with his girlfriend. His family is accepting him. He's the crown prince again. Like, gets everything, and he knows it's not good.
Yep. And his dad, even like in that meeting, his dad asks him his opinion.
Yes.
Yep.
And so it's so much more impactful for Zuko to do the right thing when he is in the comfort of everything he's ever wanted. And whereas the comparison would be if he just sided with the guys here, like, that would have been fine and we would have been happy for Zuko to finally be a member of the team. But it's for his character, demonstrates how good of a person he is. Because at that moment in the Earth Kingdom, they've still lost everything.
Yes.
And like, he's made the wrong choice in that moment because he's a kid, but he is someone who is reflecting on it. And when he's back in the Fire Nation, he's got, like you said, father's right hand, asks his opinion. He's like, this is everything I thought I wanted.
Yep.
But I've seen the world. I know they hate us. I know this is a lie. I know what I did was wrong.
Yep.
And what you did to me was wrong.
Yep.
And I won't be a part of this anymore. Is so strong.
The Ember Island episode where he goes, I'm angry with myself.
Yeah.
It's like, he has everything he's ever wanted, but he's angrier than ever because he's angry with himself.
Because he knows this is not the right thing. Because again, Zuko is a good and just person.
Yep.
Hey, Lucy, what's yours?
The BioShock video game.
Hey!
The first one, where the freaking, I can't remember his name. He helps you through the whole fucking game.
Would you kindly?
Would you kindly? And at the very end, he sticks a knife in your back because, it's actually been the bad guy you've been hearing about this whole time. It's actually him, and he used Adam to change his appearance. And it's just like, whoa.
Brutal.
And he's the one that orchestrated. He's the one that... It's interesting how your character is made. Created, I don't know. They took you. You are Andrew Ryan's son.
Okay.
By this woman, Jasmine? I can't remember her full name. Jasmine. And she gave her embryo to the science gal, Tannenbaum. And then they created you in a tube. They pumped you full of chemicals and atoms to where you are forced to do things when they say, would you kindly?
Ooh.
And you don't know that.
No,
and they
it just feels like the video game thing.
Yes, there's also like different commands that are ingrained into your DNA that make you do certain things, like forget everything, give you an entirely new background, like all these other things. There's a scene where you drop down you're escaping the bad guy and you drop into a vent and you see this board of pictures, and on the board you see a kid, like a 5-year-old, with like little things on his head, like totally bald,
the
and
suction
like
things.
Yeah, and just like looking at the camera with the scientist that was killed later on by one of his other experiments, and that you find out that he was the one that Jasmine sold your embryo to. And he's the one that got Tannenbaum, the scientist who you've been helping this whole time. Him and like 2 other the Tannenbaum and this other guy, Dr. Shu Chong, I believe. And they're the ones that created you. And he's like, later on, he even says like this code of like Orange 11 or something. I don't know. And it makes, he's like, I just told your brain to tell your heart to stop working. And so now you have to find this chemical balance to like counteract that. And Tannenbaum helps you. She's like, when we created you, we did leave like some things like in check. This can help you break out of that.
Oh gosh.
And
okay.
so like, so she helps you break out of that and stuff like that. But it's like, this dude is the like like the one that was supposedly helping you this whole time is actually like such an asshole.
Oh.
He's such an asshole. Anyway, so
incredible.
Yes.
Incredible. BioShock.
Atlas is his name. That's his fake name, and I can't remember his actual name, but yes. Anyway.
Did he give himself the name Atlas?
He gave the name Atlas.
We should definitely remember. I absolutely support calling villains by their birth names. Yeah. And not their cool nickname they thought they should have. Like, fuck off. Oh, I almost read it.
Fontaine. Frank Fontaine. Was that his actual?
All right, Frankie.
Yeah, might have been Frank. He's in the Rapture novel too, and he's such a fucking dick. Anyway.
So yeah, tell us about your favorite portrayals.
Yes.
Let's pull up some listener comments.
Yes.
We've got a comment. I mean, obviously, these are much older. This is from our very first episode of Eldest.
Ooh, yes.
From Kiki. I would love to bring an interesting perspective to the opening of this book. Adrenaline is insane, and Aragon was likely so full of it that he barely processed his own actions in the battle, and it would have been very difficult to take that pause and acknowledge what else was happening. Because I remember us being rather critical. That's like, hey, we were in that chapter. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, feeling like there had been some distinct changes made from what Paolini was envisioning between the books.
Yeah.
The opening of this book was telling of that, actually felt fitting to me. Like the opening of a TV series that is silent and slow in the aftermath of the last finale, forcing a breath to see others around you.
Mm-hmm.
I can see, I think that is an interesting like approach, like what mechanically how to interpret the opening of this book.
Absolutely.
And then I think we said, like, what is your favorite series opening?
Yeah.
And they said, I wish I had an answer for this. This Kiki on Instagram this time. I wish I had an answer for this. I tend to burn through series so quickly that things blend together in my head. And I've read so much that I tend to remember huge plot points that stick out with me more than openings. However, the first line of Aragon is burned into my brain forever.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also, yay, I'm finally caught up. And also, darn, I can't binge anymore and hang out with my two favorite Intergon besties all day.
Aw, thank
you. And we'll never be caught up with your comments. So don't worry about it.
Yep.
We get to still enjoy them.
Yep.
Oh, here's one that I've been wanting to get to.
Okay.
So this was left on the very first episode. This is a prologue one from listener Cheyenne Andrea.
Okay.
I always thought Durza called it a stone because he didn't know it was an egg. I took it as Galbatorix not giving him all the information so he wouldn't betray them. I feel like this is a very interesting interpretation because as like what we know a little bit of Galbatorix would make a lot of sense for him not to tell Durza what it is he wants.
Absolutely.
And I could totally see that in him thinking it's a stone.
Yeah.
Like, does correct that, like, you know it's not a stone.
Yeah.
But I also feel like Galbatorix could not get away with lying to Durza about what it is.
Yeah.
Especially if Durza's going to, like, physically see it.
Yeah.
Like, if he told him, oh, it's a stone, and he gets it. Like, Durza's a very old sorcerer.
Yes.
He knows magic. I think it is reasonable to believe this character would recognize a dragon's egg.
Yeah.
And so I feel like if Galbatorix did lie to him and then Durza gets the dragon's egg and recognizes what it is and that he was lied to, I feel like that feels more out of control than. Also, we've touched on the concept of secret names. Galbatorix might have Durza's secret name.
That's true.
We don't know whether he did or not, and so there wouldn't be any risk of Durza being able to betray him if he knew what it was. He couldn't. But I do like this, like, as because it is wild for Durza to think of it as an egg. Yeah. When he's like, there's no reason you would not know what it is. But if I like this idea of like, well, the interpretation of like Galbatorix would have lied to him. Like that also makes total sense for Galbatorix's character.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Mm-hmm. I think we talked about ships a while back. And Curtis Moore gave us his favorite fictional ship.
Ooh.
Lancelot and Guinevere from The Once and Future King. And then Mari and Elaine from Pillars of Reality. Guinevere and Lancelot are messy and dramatic and ultimately doom the kingdom, but it's so good and feels so authentic. Mari and Elaine are great because it's less of a will they won't they thing, more just watching two people with incredibly different worldviews communicate effectively about their feelings while also trying to overthrow an oppressive government. We love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it. Love to see it.
And then I don't think I remember to share this. So that on this one, Curtis also had a geode that they shared with us, and I should have put this one more prominent because I want to share geodes very. Oh, quickly.
For sure, yeah.
But they got to talk about the Pony Express re-ride on the Horse Girl Gazetteer podcast. It was nerve-wracking, and I used the word obscenely fun way too many times. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
shout out to Curtis.
That's awesome.
Also, you don't know how many words we use too many times. I take that out in editing. So on one hand, I want to let you know that's totally normal. Yep. On the other hand, y'all will never know which words we overuse.
Yes.
That's what editing is for. We sound so smooth.
We sound
and
so
like
smooth.
Eloquent and thoughtful because you don't hear how many times we say, well, you know, do you get what I mean? Like, no, that's what editing Darien is for.
For sure.
This is a comment we got more recently, but it was so shocking to me because I was like, what?
Yeah.
From episode 45 on The Shadows Lengthen, Georgia said, there's a good TV movie adaptation of The Hogfather that's a really nice entry point into Discworld as well. And I was like, was I talking about Discworld way back then? Time is a flat circle.
Yes.
And yes, Georgia is absolutely right. The Hogfather is a really great adaptation. Like, the movie is such a good adaptation. It's like a miniseries, kind of.
Okay.
I actually watched it last Christmas time.
Oh, cool.
With Dalton and our friend Dylan.
Yeah.
Because why not? And it's a thing I kind of want to do every year.
Yeah.
And like Dalton and I have read The Hogfather.
Yeah.
But Dylan hasn't read any Discworld books.
Yeah.
So we kept being like, do you understand what's happening? Do you feel like it should be explaining more? Are you having a good time? And according to Dylan, he had a great time.
Oh, good.
So I think Georgia's right. If you just like fantasy stuff,
yeah,
you could probably just watch The Hogfather this holiday season and not feel like, listen, you need to understand it's weird British fantasy.
Yeah.
And if you are comfortable with that, then I think anything that it's not like explaining because it's part of the Discworld books and it's like, we don't need to explain this, who else is going to watch this? You're good.
I like that.
And then from Owen, for the recent episode, literally our last episode.
Oh, yeah.
About do you have a favorite waterfall? Owen said, I don't have a favorite waterfall, but do love myself some whitewater.
Oh, yep.
Absolutely,
yep,
Owen.
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. Like I said, like the comment that I read at the top was like very old. We have lots of comments, so if you've left one and we haven't gotten to it yet, it's very likely not because we don't want to or didn't like it, or especially if we like liked it on Instagram or anything or engaged with it at all.
Yes.
Like if I don't like your comment, I'm probably not gonna like it. I'll just ignore it, and you're not gonna get a read on the podcast.
Yeah.
But like if we've engaged, like I do want to shout out all of these comments we get because they're so like thoughtful. They share so much. Like that is what we want to do. There's a lot of you now.
Yes.
There is. Than there was before. So.
Yes.
And thank you all so much.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, I've got my Google Doc and I take the screenshots of all the comments and they go in the Google Doc and I kind of just scroll through and we read a sprifling of them. But I promise everyone that gets in the Google Doc is going to get a shout out because I so deeply, deeply appreciate you taking your time, not just to sit here or do your dishes or drive to work and listen to us. Like that's huge. But then to take more of your time and engage with this thing.
Yep.
That's huge.
Absolutely.
Like, thank you so much for investing your time into us and deciding we're worth interacting with.
Absolutely.
That's deeply reassuring.
Yes, it really is. Yes, thank you so much. It's really cool to see new comments, new follows and stuff.
Yeah,
it's really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yep, it's really cool.
And if you like what we do and want to engage with us more, you can join us on the Dragon's Key.
Yes.
That is our Patreon bonus feed for just $5 a month. You get a bonus episode every month about some other dragon property.
Yep.
We've been doing it for over a year, so there are over a dozen bonus episodes of us talking about everything from Spirited Away to Netflix's Damsel to Dragon Tales.
Yep.
Like, it's fun.
Yes, it really
is. If you want to do that and you got $5 to toss our way, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And if you don't, telling people about the show, letting them know that it is worth their time, engaging with us on Instagram, Spotify, sending us an email, aragonpod@gmail.com. Like, your investment of time is worth its weight in gold.
Yes, it really is. It really, really is.
Thank you all again.
Yes, thank you.
Until next time, she's Lucy Hart.
And she's Darien Smartt.
And this is Aragon.
And back again.